What up, YouTube? Now look at those delicious bacon rolls. And we got some steak. Now, if you saw my last steak video, you already know what's up. I let the steak heat up to room temperature till it's completely thawed. Stab it with a bunch of holes. Now, before I did any of this, I took some Country Crock Original and spread a thin layer underneath it. And then I took the thawed steak, just like in the last video, except I did something different. The only thing I did differently is what I seasoned it with. Sat there and poke it with a bunch of holes like I did in the last video. And I added garlic salt to the bottom of it and the top of it. And I took pieces of bacon and then just kind of rolled it up like you see like that right there. Yeah. Rolled it up into little tubes, into little bacon rolls, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now the oven was preheated to 350, but now that it's turned on, ready to go, I want to cook this at a very low and slow heat of 200 degrees. And we're going to watch it like a hawk. Now, I'm not done with the steak yet, mind you. I'm going to put a little bit of Country Crock butter on top of the steak. And we're going to splash some beer on it. And then we're going to slap this in the oven. Maybe we'll throw on some barbecue sauce if I feel like it. You know. Oh, maybe we can get crazy with it. Sriracha seasoning. Ooh, sriracha salt. Put a little bit of sriracha salt on our on top of our steak, and you don't need a whole lot of seasoning because, like I said, I didn't put a whole lot on there. All right. Beautiful. Now then, we're going to add some butter to it, or the butter spread. Yes, YouTube, and we're going to throw this motherfucker in the oven. Now that it's been preheated to 350, the oven's nice and warm. It turned down to a low 200 degrees, and we're just going to cook it low and slow. And the idea is that the steak and the bacon grease will collide and congeal and cause all of it to taste like a combination of the two greatest foods. Oh, look at that, steak and bacon. See, I wrapped up the bacon. It's really easy. You wrap it up basically like a fruit roll-up, you know what I'm saying? Really easy to do. Just take it and then just kind of roll it up. Okay. Now, there's plenty of butter on the bottom of it, but we're going to put a little bit on the top of our steak. Just for the flavor of it. Just putting butter on your steak and take what we put on there. Gonna spread that around. And spread the top of our steaks. Our steak here, I should say. Yeah, there we go. Steak and bacon. Steak and bacon. Bacon and steak. Steak and bacon. It's bacon and steak. Steak and bacon. Why, it's bacon and steak. Steak and bacon. Now, if you do the Cobra approved method of let your steak heat up to room temperature, let it de-thaw so it's nice and squishy, and it's no longer frozen or stiff. And then stab it full of fork holes and then season both sides and slap it onto a tray or a grill and you're good to go. Okay, that's enough of that goodness. We're pretty much good on the butter because all of that's gonna melt along with the butter at the bottom of the pan. That'll add some flavor to our bacon and also our steak and keep it from sticking to our pan. You can't beat that, folks. Yeah, that's just that's good timing right there. Good stuff right there. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Yes. Hold on one second. Well, I want to pour me a Bud Light. Yeah, because that's going to be our next ingredient after I slap on a little bit of barbecue sauce. Oh, yeah. Now, I could throw like a little bit of salsa on top of the steak like we did last time. That was actually not half bad. Cheers. Leave a little bit left in the bottle. Pour that on top of our steak. Just enough for the top of our steak. Just enough for the top of the steak. Beautiful. Anyways, YouTube, cheers. Fuck the trolls, it's the weekend. Hold up, YouTube, we need a couple more ingredients. Yes. We're gonna add, on top of that beer, we're gonna add a couple of drops of liquid smoke. And like a cap full of soy sauce. Do we want to add Captain Rodney's to the top of the steak? Yeah, why not? Just a little bit. In retrospect, YouTube, making the steak, this would have been a lot easier to do in the long run instead of mixing it into a bowl. I'm going to look a little bit of that sauce around the steak. Not quite touching the pork, but of the bacon, but you know. Low and slow, man. By the time that steak is to cooking, all that barbecue and butter and beer and steak goodness is going to mingle with the bacon. So basically the same recipe, but like 1,000 times better. This is a lazy ass cooking video? Not really. But I wanted to try this. This is what I was going to do for the steak video originally, but I wasn't sure how it would turn out. So I'm like, yeah, like I said, I'm going to put it on 200 degrees now that it's been preheated. Nice and hot. And yeah, man. Yeah, pour a little bit of that Bud Light in the bottom of our pan here. Just like that. Just a little bit, people. Just a little bit goes a long way. There we go. There we are. There's a little bit of Bud Light in the bottom of the pan, so when the butter melts, it'll mingle with that taste. Like I could smell the beer and the salsa and the barbecue sauce and everything here, and I have a little bit of sriracha salt with a little bit of garlic salt. Not bad at all. Put a little bit of garlic salt. And then I'm taking, just kind of roll the bacon pieces around in that, and those juices, man. Yeah. There's already butter that's been spread on the bottom of the pan. So let's say a little bit of butter just to keep it from, or butter like spread, I should say. It's not technically butter. Country Crock is butter like spread. Point being is it'll keep it from sticking to the pan, and it'll add a really nice flavor to it, I think. And like I said, you just take, really easy. You see how it's, okay, you just take it and you want to roll them up nice and tight like that. Just take the whole strip and roll it up. You know what I'm saying? See how I'm unrolling it? Okay, here's the same concept one more time. Just sit there and you take it, roll it up nice and tight. And then you take this flap of the bacon, stick it down, put the flap down, put the flap sitting down so that way it doesn't come uncoiled in the oven when you're cooking it. Alright, so I'll wash my hands real quick and we'll throw it in there. And because the bacon will significantly cook at a much quicker time than, say, the steak, if I see it in the oven and the bacon's like fully cooked and everything, I'll just, you know, watching it like a hawk at this point. So yeah, let's put it in the oven on the middle rack like we normally would. We got goodies going in the oven. Oh, yes. There it be, folks. So we'll call this bacon and steak dankness. And if you got some like cheese you can throw on top of it when it comes out of the oven piping hot and it's all fully cooked, you know, I'd totally do it. Yes. Cooking with Cobra. Look at that, YouTube. Yeah. Look at that. Almost done. The steak's pretty much cooked all the way through. So what I'm going to do is turn it down to a low 250 to 200 degrees. And those bacon roses are going to finish cooking up. That's what's up. Part 2. Or between 250 and 200. Oh. What up, YouTube? Look at that. These are done. The bacon roses are done with the steak. So let it cool off and we're gonna plate it. Look at that, bacon roses. Yeah. I turn it down to a cooler heat towards the end of it, so that way these can all cook up. But yeah, the bacon's fully cooked. It's on the chewier side, but it's cooked. You do my bacon roses and that barbecue steak. I'll let it cool off. It's fresh out of the oven. And then part 4 we'll plate it up, and I'll show you what it looked like when I plate it up. So check it, YouTube. Part 3 is uploaded, but this is part 4. These bacon roses are going to have to go in the oven for a little bit longer. The bottom half are done. The top, the side they were sitting on, yeah, no. So these bacon roses are going to go in the oven for a little bit longer because the bottom of these that were touching the pan were not fully cooked. See, when I rotated it, I was like, no. But regardless, that steak's done. That steak is perfect. All right? So we're not going to worry about that. Let's get these bacon roses done. Having ourselves a little drink combo, but let's look over here. YouTube. This is the final product. Those bacon roses are fully cooked. I got them plated up on top of our steak. And then I took the grease from the pan and drizzled it all on top of these perfectly cooked bacon roses. That's what they look like. Let's see how it do. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. Bacon roses are good. Bacon roses, slapping with flavor, dude. Oh, lordy. YouTube. Food this dank, ridiculous. Get a bite of that steak. Because y'all been wanting to see part 5. How the hell is it going to turn out? Did Cobra flop on his cooking video? Or was it a success? You know, the bacon roses were on point, man. Super delicious. Okay, beautifully wrapped, perfectly cooked. Now we're gonna try some of that steak. Bacon and steak. Steak and bacon. Oh, YouTube. I'm just making this happy boggling dance. Oh, this is so fucking good. Oh my fucking god, YouTube. If you had any idea how fucking good this cooking video turned out, you don't even know. Lucifer be damned. My soul to hell, because this is some tasty as shit. This is temptation on a plate, YouTube. YouTube, I gotta step away from that. Okay, that is temptation on a plate. Those bacon roses, the flavors, the seasonings. That barbecue steak. Oh, for fuck's sake, YouTube. You don't even know. You don't even fucking know right now, YouTube. Okay, this right here. Dude. So fucking good right now. Okay, that bacon's fully cooked. And it makes like for a nice extra fatty, delicious side dish. Like the barbecued steak right here is so loaded in calories. Oh, dude, if you're a vegan or if you're on a diet, don't watch me eat this. YouTube. Vegans, trigger warning. This. My name's King Cobra JFS. Nice to meet you. See what I did there? Nice to meet you. Okay. Now, jokes aside, though, YouTube, I watched them goddamn bacon roses like a hawk. And then when they got that perfect color of fully cooked, I was like, all right, let's get them out. Let's get them plated. So that's what I did off camera. After letting them cool off, I got them plated. After I got them plated, I took that tin foil cover that I put on it and just drizzled the grease all over the steak and the bacon. Oh, fucking crap, YouTube. Oh, shoot. That's for 21 and up. The drink combo is for 21 and up. So if you want to drink Jack Daniels, 21 and up. But that's not the point. YouTube. You see that right there? That is legitimate steak and bacon dankness.